What's going on, everybody? It's Childish back at it again, coming at you with another Summoners War video. And in today's video, we're going to be giving you guys 4 different tips to help you optimize your account and get you that much more closer to your end goal. Now, before we get into that, though, I want to give a huge shout out to all of you that recently came on board and give a little love on the channel. Shouts out one more time to Barco. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for your support. And again, for all of you guys that are tuning in from Barco's channel and recently found my content, I appreciate you guys all tuning in. Now, again, if you've seen some of the videos and you are liking the content, I do appreciate if you guys can give me a like. Subscribe to the channel, and as always, turn on the notification bell so you guys know when the next video drops. So I don't want to waste any more of your time because I want to jump right into it, because I ain't gonna lie, it is like 9 p.m. at night and I want to make sure I got a video for you every single day, okay? Now, the first thing we're going to be focusing on is going to be the account skill tree. This is a big mistake that I know I made. I know a lot of people make here, and so definitely want to put it out there just in case you're not familiar with it. So again, we got 4 different trees to get up in here, and so you, obviously, when you come into this game, you pick your summoner. You're going to be focusing on one of these 4 specific trees right from the get-go. But once you start gaining points, you realize that you have a couple of ways to build this, and you can kind of blend it. You can go hybrid and get a little bit more value out of it. So what I did was I focused on me being an Orbia user. The majority of my points went to my summoner and my monster here, but I focused on the trees that gave me a little bit more value. I'm looking for the trees that give the attack percentage, the HP percentage, so on and so forth, for my summoner, for my monsters, and more importantly, like I said, for my summoners and my monsters. I think one of the things that people generally do is like, oh, I'm a damage dealer, right? So I'm just going to go all in on my summoner and my monsters and just put everything to do, everything to do. But they don't realize that there are other trees here that gives you percentage-based values that are really good, that can benefit you a lot. In addition to that, the downside of this as is that they have other skill trees that gives you a little bit of improvement when it comes to precision, accuracy, a monster cooldown that, yes, it does benefit you down the road, but it's not super important, right off the jump. So again, take a look at your skill tree depending on which summoner you are, and see which ones give you the most value. See which ones improve your overall raw stats. See which ones really improve the overall value of your specific summoner, because you'll be surprised as to which skill trees that we can improve your overall stats. When I redid this, one of the things that I received, I probably received anywhere from like 8,000 to 9,000 CP, which again, it wasn't too much here, but when we're talking about the difference between having a bonus on 200 TOA hard or a specific, twisted marsh dungeon or something like that, that can make or break your way of getting yourself more resources, more, gear, so on and so forth here. So again, that's a big thing to focus on. I want to make sure you guys are about that. And once again, there are a couple of videos for it. I'm pretty sure, if I haven't recalled it right, I'm pretty sure Barcode definitely has a video on this. Definitely check it out as far as optimizing your skill tree for your specific summoner, okay? Next thing I want to talk about is, of course, the summoner skill tree. So again, coming into this one, I think I've already made a video on this one, but I want to go ahead and drop it once again. You coming in here, every single time you level up your account, you're going to get yourself, some skills, right? We got ourselves books that we can collect along the way, and we put these skill points that we can do, we put them in the various skills that we have here. So what my goal is to kind of enlighten you is that take a close look at the abilities that are available to you and make sure that you are taking full advantage of it, right? One of the things that we talked about in a previous video was the optimization of, I believe, this bond enhancer, right? So bond enhancement doesn't really look like something outrageously amazing, but when it comes to the overall maneuverability of your units, your skills, your skill cycle and whatnot, this pays dividends down the road here. This is very important, being able to change your Soul Link monster every second, especially if you are trying to capitalize on your DPS or rotating specific skills with your monsters. This is just one of many skills that you can get value of it. This is not something that people focus on because, of course, as you might have guessed, we come on over here and be like, okay, what gives us the most damage? What gives us the most attack bonuses? What gives us the most skill acceleration? Those are all important, but you definitely don't want to deny the fact that these ones are just as valuable, if not not even more as valuable as well. So again, I want to put it out there because I know that a lot of people miss out. I know I did, and at the end of the day, regardless of the fact that we will be able to get these all skilled up and whatnot, you want to get the most bang for your buck here. So you want to make sure that you're investing into the skill trees that are going to give you a whole lot of value from the jump here. So third thing that I want to talk about is going to be none other than the equipment that you go ahead and collect on the summoner, just overall priority, and invest it into it. So I think my account, looking at it right now, is a really good example of what what you probably did at the very beginning, but now what you kind of need to do moving on forward here. So again, take a look at my stuff here, right? You see a crazy mix of 5-star weapons, 6-star accessories, some 1-star, 2-star, so on and so forth. All mixed sets, all just, yeah, all mixed. It's all just a big mess of stuff here. But ultimately, you need to go ahead and start looking long term down the road and looking at the specific equipments that you can obtain in this game. Of course, you could check that out in the profession, the blacksmithing. You want to go ahead and take a look at this and see which ones provide you the value that you're looking for, right? Because again, for those that don't know, all these end game items over here, they're going to have various different bonuses that are going to be available to you. Some of them are just basic attacks, but some of them provide just raw stats you can obtain if you get, a set of 4 of them or whatnot, like the accessories or whatnot. So again, there are specific accessory sets that work better for different summoners than others. So pay close attention to what is available to you. Pay close attention to what drops in these dungeons, because at the end of the day, if you're trying to get the most value and most bang for your buck on your account, you definitely need to have various, like an attack-based, Orbia set, for extra damage. You need to have your last greed set for PvP, so you can get a little more value out of that if you're hardcore in PvP. Again, there's a lot of cool things in this game, but ultimately, you need to focus on what's going to give you the most value, what's going to be useful for you, but just don't, level up random equipment so that even though it might be a bonus for you at the jump there, you're gonna waste a lot of resources that you're gonna be using, elsewhere otherwise. So last but not least is another thing that I think we generally know about, but we kind of forget about, and it's talking about the different types of grindstones and enhancements, right? So if we come on over to, I'll take a look at like a segment or whatnot here. You'll see it's enhanced, right? We got ourselves obviously a plus 15 or whatnot, but we got a couple of different items over here, right? We got ourselves, I believe this is a sunstone or moonstone, as well as a book that we can go ahead and, improve our overall stats here. We got a crit rate book, we got a attack speed book, and this is very, very important, okay? So the reason why I point this out, and I think this is really going to hit home for a lot of people, is that when it comes to the resources that we collect through the quest line, through what we can, do with, there's a lot of them out there, but, a lot of people are like, okay, well, end game is, we need to get like the purple hero ones and the legendary ones. We need to get the end game stuff, get it on there right away. Well, the good thing about this is that these lower level items, these gray or green, books, sunstones, enhancements and whatnot, they're actually relatively inexpensive, and they can be very, very valuable to you. And in addition to that, there's a couple of things that can be upgraded that you can take advantage of in the handwork. I don't know if you guys have seen the handwork master here, wherever he's at, handworker. You can take a couple of the items that you may have crafted and utilize those, upgrade those, so you can go ahead and get those and improve your different runes and whatnot here. Again, there's a lot of different items that you can collect along the way. Obviously, again, if we're focusing on what we can provide for our unit, what we can provide for overall combat power, I'm looking for some of the raw stats here, the attack, the defense, the HP percentage for units that make the most sense here. But of course, if I have a damage dealer that I'm emphasizing, high crit damage, I might go for a little bit of extra critical rate on these here. I might go for maybe I got a good amount of critical rate because I'm running a blade set as a subset. I might go for grindstones or enchantments that have critical damage. Right, some of these ones here that provide accuracy, precision, and whatnot. Yes, they are good. Yes, they're valuable, but it definitely makes sense to take advantage of them on units that call for here. But if you're one of those people out there that you want to get a ton of value from like I said, overall increasing your overall stats and combat power and whatnot, you want to look for those percentage-based stats that improve improve your units, improve your monsters. Because again, those different gems and those improvements, they give into all your monsters. It's quite a bit of a bonus here, but you guys have not seen it already. So yeah, those are the big 4 things that I wanted to talk about there: the grindstones, the equipment, the summoner skill tree, and the account skill tree. Again, there's many more out there. We can talk about doing your spires of ascension, getting those worked up. We can talk about just doing your overall weekly dungeons to get the resources that you need to go into the shop and get yourself done. There's a lot of things that you can do to play this and improve it down the road. But as far as optimization, there's definitely there's definitely a handful of things you want to focus on that so you can min max there and just get a whole lot more value, make things a little bit more easier for you. So again, hopefully this video is useful, and if it is, do me a favor, show your support, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and like I said before, hit that notification bell so you guys know when the next video drops. The next video that I want to drop for you guys is going to be a monster showcase, and we got to give a shout out to, once again, Barcode for sending me on through the right path, because he literally told me to go for this unit, and without question, it's one of the best choices I've ever made thus far in the game. So stay tuned for that, guys. We're going to be talking about that here tomorrow. So if you guys enjoy that and excited to see more, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one. Take care.